wanted to start doing something like this for a while, but I felt like I needed to get to a certain point before I could actually feel less insecure about doing this in the first place. But I thought it would be a cool idea, at least for myself. I guess I really don't care otherwise, but to record some things, like meet recaps, I don't know, preps, just kind of, I guess, video diaries maybe almost. I'm gonna do one today about meet recap. Third meet. First one I actually put a lot of effort and time into my prep, and I did everything I could the right way. The other two I did in New York at a Hercules gym, and I wasn't using the right equipment. I think I won both my weight class, categories for both of those, but I wasn't like super strong yet. Used the wrong equipment, inexperienced, didn't prep right. But so this one, I guess, is my first real one, big one, like important one to me. I put a lot of time into it. I think I got with my coach Kenneth Coleman about a year ago first, before I even came back from Jordan, letting him know like, hey, I'm coming to this area, and I was checking out the gym and whatever. Just kind of try to introduce myself and see if I could get him to look at my Instagram page. Just making sure I'm strong enough to be here. First time I ever walked in the gym for deadlifts, there's another member there, Bo. Everybody knows Bo. He I felt like I was back in high school because I felt like I was in a real serious, like a good, very dedicated environment, place to train. And I'm walking in and they got a sign, they got a quiet side and a loud side. And the loud side, it's it reminds me of like old school bodybuilding gym doors. They just flow open and close. They're one-way or two-way doors. I'm hearing slamming. I'm like, damn, somebody's getting in it. Somebody's deadlifting. And I go to walk in and it just gets louder and louder, especially when I open those doors. And I felt like I was back in high school getting scared to go to wrestling practice or any of my meets. And I froze up and I walked back out into the hallway. I had to gather my thoughts. And then I finally went back in there, and it was Bo deadlifting. I think he was doing some speed deadlifts with some bands. And holy shit, dude. When I first saw him, I was like, damn, there's some serious motherfuckers here. So, meet recap. I got with my coach probably about in July about wanting to do this. Written all of my plans, all of my workouts and everything like that. So meet day. Okay. I went 1890. I did a 730 squat, a 450 bench, and a 710 deadlift. Went 8 for 9. I missed my third attempt on deadlift at 725. Beginning, I woke up in the morning and I'm trying to get food in me, and I guess I was a lot more nervous than I anticipated I would be, or something. Maybe it was just anxiety and getting anxious to do this. I couldn't eat much. I think I had a cupcake. Stop making noise. My dogs are back there. I had a cupcake and some granola, I don't know, things. Anyways, it's about all I could eat. I think I might have definitely drank some water, but I just couldn't, I wasn't feeling good. I was getting I get nervous, I get these weird like nauseous feelings, and it'll make me cough. Like that. Get a sympathetic gag reflex. My buddy Tom showed up from Tennessee with his girlfriend Megan. They came to watch, which was super cool to have them here. We just moved in this house, me and my wife. It's just super cool to have friends here. And on an occasion like that, that meant a lot to me. So they showed up about a half hour before we went to the gym. Ran into my coach. He made sure that he got everything he needed from me. I weighed in the day before at 255.5. And I gave him all of my openers. Waiting around, I think some have started warming up for squats. I definitely started loosening up. I did some soft tissue work, a couple mobility exercises, just trying to get ready to get stretched out. I didn't feel 100% until I got into my warm-ups and everything, waking up in the morning. But I definitely woke up and I felt like it was just any other day as far as the strength of my body. I had a lot of time off at the end of my prep, and I definitely started getting nervous about the amount of time I'm getting taken away from the gym for rest and recovery coming into this meet. And then when I woke up that day, and it's been 6 days since I've been in the gym, or 7 days, or whatever it was, and just didn't feel like I was ready structurally, almost, if that makes any sense. So then I got through the mobility stuff. Then we had the rules. I'd kind of already read through the rule book on the APA's website. Wasn't concerned about my squat depth. I wasn't concerned about my commands on bench. Deadlift, I just got to pick it up. I had a big old deadlift, like 630 or something when I was in Jordan, or I did 620 for 2 or something like that. And first time my coach ever seen me deadlift, I think I was in that gym, brand new guy, nobody knew me, for like a week. And I was deadlifting, and he comes up to me, he goes, "Hey, you taught you how to deadlift?" I was like, "Oh." I thought I was getting a compliment. So I was like, "Oh, well, I did kind of teach myself." And I did. There's not a lot of people that really taught me how to deadlift. I just watching videos after videos, anybody could do it. And he was like, "Oh, you're gonna hurt your back, you keep doing it that way." And I'm like, "What?" I get a strong ass deadlift, been doing this for a while. I'm not doing a lot to hurt my back. So he pointed some things out. I think 2 months later is when I broke 300 kilograms, or 660 pounds on deadlift. It was 2 months after he gave me that tip. Keep getting sidetracked. So squat warm-ups, I kind of rushed them a little bit. The rhythm of everybody else warming up or whatever, I just take a couple reps or a single every time I could get in. And I was getting to the point where I squat wrap now, wrap my knees when I squat now. And so I was getting ready to wrap myself, and Kenneth came in, and he wrapped me and Bo back to back doing our last warm-ups. I think I took 135 for 10, 225 for 3, 315 for 3, 405 for 1, 485 for 1. I wrapped at 405 and then I did 485. Shit, I don't remember. 585 was the last attempt that I took out, and then I opened at 650 pounds. We picked those weights. I only had ever hit 650 before one other time, but I fucking exploded out of it. So it's probably a weight I could take for 3 to 5 reps if I was doing a working set. So, and that's what I believed. I mean, Ken are always he's communicating a lot of his intent, my intent, and then kind of collaborating on that. We did a lot of that this meet, and I think we took every correct step. I don't think, looking back now, I don't think there's nothing I would have changed about this meet. It stayed fun. It was interesting. It was a little back and forth there for a little bit. I was really getting into it. I was getting psyched. I was getting fucking pumped. First attempt, I took 650. So 650 came right out of the hole, super quick. And then my coach's son was also at this meet. His name's Ryan. He took 650 as well. And I think everybody sizes everybody up when they go to powerlifting meets. So you're always looking for the biggest guy and kind of comparing yourself to him or whoever you think is around your strength level, or especially body weight, trying to see who you're competing against. And I seen Ryan, I was like, holy shit, dude. This guy is built like a fucking Sherman tank, dude. Super powerful. So I took my first attempt at 650, absolutely fucking buried it because I needed a guarantee that I would not miss an attempt on squat because of my last meet almost bombing out. So I buried that motherfucker and it blew up. Super quick, not stressed, nothing too bad. So Ryan came in, I think, after me, also hit 650 for his opener. I think that's correct. I think he hit 650. So I was like, oh man, me and this guy, we look around like we might be close to the same body weight. He's, playing with the same weights I am. I'm like, damn, this is gonna be a fight. That's the first time I thought, I was like, there's gonna be a lot of back and forth. This is gonna be fucking scary. So then I took 700. 700, I don't know, I've had some problems in prep. The mono, it's not the mono, it's me. Sometimes I have a habit of, I squat low bar and sometimes I have a habit of wedging myself in there. So when I unrack it, I'm actually lifting my back up like this instead of unracking, being in this position already and then unracking and going up like this, if that makes any sense. So I did that at this fucking meet. This is the first time I ever loaded 700 to squat. So it was gonna be a PR. But I knew I could fucking smoke it. I fucking knew I could smoke it. And I took a stumble. I don't know exactly what happened, but it had to do a lot with it had everything to do with my setup. But I unracked it and I lost balance of it for a second and I recovered. And I went down, hit depth, had Ken called depth for me. And I shot up. When I shot up, the bar fucking rolled on my back. And I had half of my very first instinct was self-preservation. And maybe you should just get rid of this. But before that happened, I had gained cognitive control over my body again, and I fought to roll that fucking bar back up into fucking place with my forearms, get back up under it, stand up straight, and then I got 3 white lights for that fucking lift too. And then Ryan came in, and Ryan's squat form, that's got to be closest to the most perfect squat form I've ever seen in my fucking life. Very upright, very strong. It's just built to squat, dude. Yeah. It's crazy. Anyways, then he took 700, smoked it. I was like, damn, this dude is, he's squat stronger than me. That was a lot more explosive, and I had lost balance twice, with a weight I've never even touched before. And then, to watch him blow it out of the water, I'm like, fuck, dude. Then I took my third attempt. I think I told Ken I wanted to take 725 and he said 735, so we split the difference and went 730. I also knew it would get me on top of one of the boards in the gym, which is pretty cool too. So I took 730 and I was curious as to what Ryan was gonna take, and he took 750. So I went before him, I hit 730. I'm gonna be honest, when I went before him and hit 730, I thought I cut my squat short. I think I had a little bit of quit in me on that squat. I think I was a lot more scared than I thought I was, and I didn't realize it until I was at the bottom. And I was like, fuck it, if they would red light me, they red light me. So I came back up. Everyone else screamed up. So I was like, all right. Maybe I did something right, I don't know. And I got 3 white lights. And I was asking around, I was like, what did my depth look like? What this? I seen some pictures and I watched some videos. I think I was good. So I might not have been as nervous and scared as I thought I was, but I also might have been my body being like, hey, this is where you need to get out of here, otherwise we're not gonna recover from this. But it was a cool, steady, good rep. So then Ryan comes behind me and I hit 730, and nobody wants to be beat, but you want to see dudes hit big numbers. So his third attempt was 750. I was like, damn. And he smoked it, man. He made his shit look easier than mine, than I did with mine. And my shit was not fucking easy. It took a lot out of me, that squat, I think. Bench press. So a few of us ended up, I think there was like a group of 8 of us, 9 of us that were on a bench rotating through, and it was smooth, whatever. I took 135 for probably 10, 135 for 10, 225 for 5, 275 for 3, 345 for 1, and then 370 for 1. And then I knew I was ready. Warm-ups didn't feel great, but they didn't feel bad. And a lot of the times when something doesn't feel good or bad, that's generally been historically a good indicator that I'm about to have a fucking great day. So it came out, opener was 405 pounds, man. I set 4 goals before this meet, and I wanted to go 7 on squat, 4 on bench, 7 on deadlift, and have an 1800 plus total. I opened and broke my fucking goal and reached my goal with an opener. That's fucking cool. So yeah, 405 went up like a dream, man. It's my opener again. 3 reps probably. The shit gets heavy, man. And I'm not a really strong bench. I don't consider myself to be a really strong bencher, but I didn't. It was my weakest lift. It was the hardest for me to try to fight to get. Plus, I used to bench a lot when I was a kid, when I was really young, when I first got into this, and I didn't bench, squat, and deadlift that much. I didn't squat a lot to death. I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And then I figured everything out with squat and deadlift, and I was like, bro, I can move some fucking weight with these tree trunks. And they kind of became my favorite lift, and I think I definitely put a lot more time into them. But it was incredible, the amount of progress my bench has made. My second attempt, I took 430. 430, I didn't get as light, 430 was a little different. I didn't get as tight. I did not, I didn't set up right. I didn't get as tight. I loosened up a little bit at the bottom of the rep. I still got it. I still had a bench. First, I still had my white lights, and but it was unbalanced. It was sloppy. I don't normally bench like that. I was talking to Ken about what we're gonna do next, what I should try to do. And I think I told him like 440 or 445. He said no, 450. I was like, 450. That's when it hit my mind, like 450 pounds. That's a real bench. Like I would consider that even in the powerlifting world a real bench. So we decided 450, and I was a little nervous. I've never fucking held anything close to that much weight in my hands before. We didn't even do no hold with weight like that, with any weight actually in bench.
Come on, baby.
But I felt it, dude. And I was at this point, I was getting so excited and I was so amped, because every attempt I took, Ryan took 20 pounds less than my attempt, and he made the same jumps in increments. You know, he'd make a 20-pound jump or 30-pound jump. I forget what it was. It was the same as mine, but it was just 20 pounds less. And I was like, and he'd already beat me by 20 pounds in squat. And I'm like, oh man. So he went before me, hit 430 before I hit 450. That's when I got super excited, because it was really cool. It was a really cool opportunity to go back and forth like that. That's really, anyways. So when he hit 430, I was like, damn. So if I take 450 and I miss, he's gonna be 40 pounds ahead of me going into deadlifts. And I knew he was a strong deadlifter too. So I had that going through my mind. I was fucking nervous. It's a lot of weight over my neck, chest, but you know, whatever. And sure as fuck, man, I got tight, I got set, and it was good to go. I got it handed off to me. I came down. It was a pretty quick press command. Felt like maybe my first one or my second one was a little slower, but it was pretty quick press command. And as soon as I pressed, man, I was like, the whole time I came down, I was like, damn, this is a lot of weight. This shit feels heavy. And as soon as I pressed, it just came off my chest and it kept going and going and going. And I'm like, I'm fucking doing this, dude. This is 450 pounds. Are you shitting me? And I fucking locked it out. I got the rack command, racked it, 3 white lights. That's the first time I ever had like an audible shout kind of celebration during even this entire prep. That lift alone meant a lot to me, because that's me knowing that my bench isn't a weak spot anymore. At least I don't feel like that. Deadlift warm-ups, rushed the deadlift warm-ups. I did do that. There's a lot out of whack. 2, couldn't get in a good rhythm. I do some like stiff-legged rows on my first set, so I'll take like 135, or we had the 100-pound plates on there, so it was 245. I'll take that for like a stiff leg row, if you will, just to kind of loosen everything up back there and get it ready to go. I'll do a quick set of 6 or 8 or whatever I feel like doing, and then I'll go into actual deadlifts. Well, I tried that, just like I normally do, and my stomach, and I've been having nerves and everything like that. My stomach's been weird all morning, and I farted, and it was a little wet, and it was concerning enough where I dropped the weight and I went to the bathroom. Crisis averted, nothing happened, but I was like, damn, kind of threw me out of whack. I got back. By the time I got back there, some cats were already like at like 600 pounds. I'm like, motherfucker. Anyways, the last one that I took was like 585, I think. I was opening at 660, so I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. I might have taken 600, 605. No, I took 605 as my last one. And at this point, man, I'm kind of tired, dude. I've been trying to eat. I ate a couple little sandwich, peanut butter and honey bread sandwich fucking things. You fold in half. It's not really a sandwich, I guess. It's more like a bread taco. Anyways, took that, some gummy snacks, Rice Krispie Treats, Pop-Tart. Just high carb shit. Stop fucking with my camera. And by the time I got to deadlifts, I was a little tired. I knew I was still gonna deadlift fucking enormous weight, but I was like, damn. Now the weight's weighing on me. The meat is weighing on me. So my first attempt pulled 660. I fucked up that pull. I was off a little bit. Form, I don't know. I wasn't getting tight in the right areas. I was tired. There was all these factors, but I was off. I could see it. Coach could see it. I could feel it. But I took 660, and I took it kind of sloppy. Normally, I'm really methodical and everything, and every rep being the same. But I think I've gotten to the point where I'm like, man, 660 ain't shit to me, so I don't respect it, because we already had to drop my opener. I was going to open at 680. We dropped my opener to 660 because I was tired and because of how deadlift warm-ups went. Second attempt, 710. I've already pulled 7. Let's set a fucking PR, dude. 710. I know I can hit that. It's 10 pounds more. You see my last time I pulled 700? That shit flew off the floor. Pulled 710. Also still off. A little bit better technique. A little bit better bracing. Came off the floor probably relatively the same speed the whole way until I got to the top. And I got it. And then that's what locked me in for 1890 total. And I'm going to preface this by saying I would not change anything about that weight selection. Or about anything the way this meat. But what I will fucking say is, after I watched me fail 725 on video, and then I watched me fail 660, which was my opener, in a different video from a few weeks ago, I think if I wasn't being such a fucking pussy, I could have grinded that out. I would have held that weight there for a second or two longer, but it would have came back up. Because I struggled more on that 660, which 10 minutes later during that day, I came back and fucking smoked it. Because I got pissed that I missed it, because I wasn't supposed to be missing fucking lifts at this point. And I struggled more with that 660 than that 725. I just didn't hang in there. I didn't need to. I was healthy. I didn't think I was risking injury, but I was also like, dude, I did a fucking phenomenal time. If it's gonna sit here, give it a valiant effort, did I quit? I think so. But hey, fucking shit's heavy. Anyways, so that's how the meet went. I had a fucking awesome time, man. A lot of cool things were done. Set 5 PRs, squat and bench. I set a PR on my second attempt, and then I broke them on my third attempt. And then set a deadlift PR, definitely a total PR. That's damn near a 1,900 pound total, dog. That is good. I believe I've totaled elite. Like, it still kind of takes me back, because there are people that will lift their whole lives and have all types of help that'll never, their bodies just don't afford them to be able to do that. And mine does. And I think I'm fortunate about that. And I think that's why a lot of the reason I like this is because, and I want to do this is because I can. But yeah, 1890 total. Came first in the 275 weight class. I got best lifter. My DOTS score was like 498.23. Before I go, I want to give thank yous to Ken for everything you did with my coaching. Spot on. Thank you to Nate and Heather for everything you guys have done for me. Bo, thanks for always being there, dude. Me and Bo end up working out around the same time a lot of the days. And some days I go in there because I figure he's probably going to be there around that time. And he's a great dude to train with, similar training philosophies. So when we get together for a workout, it's a good tempo, it's good energy. It's fucking fun to train with Bo. Bo is so fucking strong. It's really cool to watch him lift. He's a very explosive lifter, so it's very interesting to watch him lift. Aaron will wrap your fucking knees like a motherfucker. Had him there for a lot of my big lifts. Aaron was one of the guys that when you walk into the gym, you're like, uh-oh. I don't know if that guy wants anybody to talk to him, but he's been nothing but fucking very kind to me. He's got a wonderful family. His fucking son's strong as shit too. Jesse, dude. I always get super fucking happy when I see Jesse coming to the gym because he brings a good positive attitude a lot of the time. Very good fucking hype man, dude. I had a very good, very important squat workout, and Aaron would wrap my knees and spot me while Jesse ran the mono for me. And if it wasn't for being able to have people at the gym like that, like Jesse and Aaron and all those other guys I mentioned, there's no way I would have been able to put together a package like this for this fucking meet. So thank you.